Hey everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube, this was a live stream on ustream.tv that was recorded and uploaded to YouTube for your viewing pleasure. If you'd like to join us sometime over on ustream.tv, look for Inky Obsessions, click follow, and you should get alerted whenever I go live. I also tweet it and put it on Facebook. Used to come on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern every week, and then my schedule's been a little crazy and haven't been streaming regularly at all, but hope to get back into that cadence one of these days. But anyway, I'm here now after a rough start this morning, and I'm working on a tile project. One of my favorite bosses, friends, executives of our company is leaving, and I'm going to make him a tile box, kind of like I made for my previous boss when he retired a couple of years ago. So hang on a second. I'm trying to get my windows arranged here. Hey, Shelf. Hey, Joan. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So I've got the box lid gessoed, and then I put the mastic on it, and then I put some silver paint on it, and I glued these black and white little glass tiles around the border. That's very boring to watch. I didn't want to stream that. So I got that all done earlier this week sometime. And I have stuff everywhere. Let me try to make a hole. I'm going to put these stamps away because I did make a bunch of tiles already, and I think I have enough at least to get started. We shall see. Don't need that. Get the stamps out of my way. Here's a bunch of tiles that I made and burnt in one of the ovens. Remember you guys that were in Maryland with me? We had one oven that had a little bit of a hot spot. Guess what? Apparently I was using that oven. Hang on, trying to move this. There we go. That's a little bit better. You can actually see the chat. Burnt those suckers. They were white tile. Remember that? What's happening in this summer in July, one of my 4 ovens? Well, of course I plugged in the one that was going to burn tiles. So these were kind of my lost pile over here. Although I think some of these I could still use, but in a different project. This isn't going to fit my color scheme. So the guy that I'm making this for was our chief operating officer at Sienna, and I was his assistant when he first came back to Sienna years ago. He's now leaving us, but I worked for him for a while. He was awesome human. He's one of probably my top 10 favorite humans on the earth. He's in that list. Really good guy with a really cool background. He was born in Togo, Africa, and his father was a Togolese architect, but he was born in a tribe, and he lived in a fishing village, and his mother was a French woman. His father's tribe allowed his father to have multiple wives, so he's got a ton of half-brothers and sisters. But his mother was French and moved back to Paris after a while. Then he left Togo, moved to Paris, went to school, high school, and college, and then started to work for Sienna and was a sales engineer in Germany at the time. He worked a few years, then he quit. Then he went to Stanford and got his master's, and then came back as my boss as VP of marketing, and then moved back to London for a while, worked there as the head of international sales. Then he came back here, and now he's chief operating officer, and he's just really climbed the ladder. Such a good leader, really cool guy. But anyway, so that's I'm giving you that background to make you understand why I've got the Eiffel Tower in there. Try to get some stamps that mean something to him, right? I used this before my Sienna, my work logo stamp I had made. This is a stamp of the outline of Togo with the flag overlaid on it. I had that made. I got an Eiffel Tower. He's a huge soccer player. So I got a little soccer ball stamp. And his favorite soccer team is northern part of the UK. There's a team called Arsenal. I had a stamp with their logo made on it. So that's just some of the background of what I'm going to put together for him. Hey, Kathy. Jean, I saw a minute ago in chat you mentioned you covered a box in air dry tiles. How did that go? I find with air dry, they kind of curl up. You don't cook them, right? You air dry them. Where these come out of the oven, like you put them in the oven, so they can be pretty square and pretty flat if you do it right, and unburnt if you do it right. But anyway, excuse me, I was wondering how the air dry would do. It's nice that they're so light, because you could probably even do a box with a hinged lid with the air dry, because that stuff is so lightweight that it probably wouldn't cause you that. Well, it didn't curl it badly, and I'll dry them on a nice flat cookie sheet. Yeah, I've dried mine on a flat table and stuff. Maybe because they're bigger pieces and they weren't really. Did you cut them into squares and stuff when they were still in a raw state, Jean? That's what it's going for, Travis. That extra texture on the burnt ones. Actually, I burnt a big one. The girls from July might remember last year. It was an image of a woman that had like a jeweled wreath on. I actually embedded jewels around her, the circle. Actually, I have the stamp right here. That image. And where those white dots are around her head like a halo, I embedded jewels in there, and I had a little metal heart laid over the heart on her chest. Burnt that baby, but I actually still used it because it looked really cool. Cut them while they were wet and used my Cedar Canyon texture plates. Oh yeah, okay, those black ones that you use with those oil Shiva sticks or whatever. Well, that's what they were intended to make. I don't think anybody hardly uses them for that. They use them for all kind of stuff. Jelly plates and all kind of goodies. So here are, I really need to dig a hole. I should have put some of this stuff away, but with my crisis this morning, I didn't have time to come down here and do this stuff in advance. So once again, we're flying by the arse of our pants. Dig a little bit of a hole, I'll be good. Here's this little bits of clay. I'm going to get rid of this. It's the second to the thinnest of the Activa Roly thing. Okay. I'll have to try it again, because that would, for certain applications, they would be good. So anyway, here's some tiles that I made. I made a bunch. I tried to incorporate even more elements that might apply to him with the pencils, because he was an engineer. Does that mean anything about a pencil? But I had them, so I thought, that's kind of close. Pencils are masculine, right? And then these little circuit board ones up here, right, for the electronics aspect of his stuff. And here's some of the outlines of Togo, Arsenal, and some more of the Eiffel Tower. And these were just some extra clay I had that I threw some silver on, put a texture in it. That's just silver foil. And then some of these, since I have some of the Sienna logos, these I was just playing. These aren't going to go in that box. But I made a couple, our logo color is kind of a red. So I thought I'd incorporate some red tiles. And here's some soccer balls. So I used, these are they're kind of showing up orangey. And they really aren't red, like that kind of red, but not up against this. I think they'll kind of blend a little bit. So I thought I'd start with this and see where that led me in assembling this thing. Again, I'm digging out. So these, I'm going to move these out of my way. These are cool. I used some of those. I got a few new rollers from that website in Spain. What's it called? Green World Stuff on Etsy, I think is what it is. Green World Stuff. Oh, I'll check the tweet later, Jean. Thanks. But they had 3 new designs, and they were really kind of cool, so I had to have those. But here's some of the designs that came out of those new rollers. One's called Egyptian, I think. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. These have primary elements on them. I'm going to get these out of my way. I don't think I'm going to use these. I'm going to throw these in one of my other boxes. And I've got a ton of tiles that I've made from previous projects and just playing around that I can dip into if I need to. All right. Yeah, they're kind of cool designs. I forget if I can figure out which ones were new. You won't be able to see this design on here very well. This one's called Temple. I don't know if that'll focus or not. It's a lot of the stones, some symbols. You can't really see it, can you? Let me get a black paper. Can you see it on that? This one, the design goes all the way to the end, and you can't really, it doesn't have a name on it. Does that show any better? A little bit. That's got some interesting, kind of tribal-ish, if that's a word, designs. Dark Ruins. I think I might have had that one. I had one called Ruins, but that's got like teeny tiny little pictographs in there. That's one of my favorites. But they're pretty cool tools. And they're not that expensive, and the shipping's reasonable, and the shipping is quick when you consider they're coming from Spain to Maryland. It's I get them way quicker than I ever think I will. But anyway, let me try to get these divided up into little color stories here. So it's a little bit easier on what I want to reach for. I got all different shapes and sizes, because when you get into these things, you will need the oddest shapes and sizes that you would have never thought you needed to fill in some of the holes. Okay, here's some of this colored stuff. And then I remembered I had this stuff in red, this metallic gilding. Let me see, can I show you that? Metallic gilding paste. There we go, polish. And that looks, it looks coppery on my camera. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but it's called Rich Red. And it's actually, the lid, hello? Does that unscrew? Oh, pull out. It's got an applicator in the lid, and you can store it there. And it's like it's a more liquidy paste than Inka Golds are. But I thought, I might try this on some of them if I need to try a little bit more red. Who did you order from? Is there a link? It's that figures. Dave will get that for me. Thank you. Green. I want to say Green Stuff World. If you go to Etsy and put that in the search, it should come up. Green Stuff World. Put these all silver ones on here. Yeah, I got a few colors of that gilding polish stuff, and threw a red one in there, which that's not usually in my palette so much, but I don't have to tell you what other colors I got. Oh, hang on, let me open links, Gayla, sorry. Okay, links are open. You can give that another shot. Sorry about that. All right, so here's what I'm starting with, and I'm sure I'll need more, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. So now I'm just gonna bring in my box. There's no front or back to this yet. This is just gessoed. I got some papers, scrapbook paper with a Paris theme. I got one that's got a little African theme on it, and some with little soccer balls all over it. I thought I would put in the sides of the box to kind of pull it together. Yep, that's the one, Gayla. Thank you. So let's start slapping down some glue. How about that? Let me find a brush. Got a little paper palette over here. Patti doesn't have a proud movement. Which one do you have, Gayla? I might need to get one. Can't be outdone by Gayla. My wallet says otherwise. Remind us the info of the box I'm using. It is, well, now it's full of crap I just moved out of my way. So here, I got it at Michael's. It's just unfinished wood. It's called a document box. Is that going to come in? Probably not. It's got one of those little plates on the front of it, which I'm going to take off and gesso over the holes and just make that smooth finish, because when I paint the box, that always gets screwed up. So I'm just going to get rid of it. Hey, Canuck. Hey, Beth. Janet. Hello. But it's called a document box because it's large enough for an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper to fit flat in the box like that. They have one that looks just like that, that's a little bit smaller, that a paper wouldn't fit in it flat. Hey, Vicky. So that's what that is. And so those came in late. I gessoed and sanded the lid. A couple coats of gesso, a couple light sandings, because that raises the tooth and you get those little splintery hairs, and I knocked those down with a sanding block. Then I put the Well Bond, it's ceramic tile mastic that you'll see contractors swipe on a floor or a wall before they set ceramic tile in it. And that's what that texture is that you see on there. It doesn't go on exactly 100% smooth with the little palette knife I use, and it doesn't have to. This just gives the board a little more substance, so it's not quite as flimsy. I mean, it's wood, but it's not heavy. It's thin. It's $7 or $8 for this box, right? Hey, Army's mom. And then after the mastic dried, I painted it with silver metallic. And I do that on the whole box because I may at some point put some glass tiles on here, and then it'll have a metallic backing to make that kind of pop a little bit. And if I have tiles that end up with a little bit of space between it, you know, you'll see the pretty silver through it, and I might decide not to grout it. I don't know. We'll see. But I just put that on there. I know I'm wasting most of this paint, but I don't know where those spots are going to be right now. So when I get there, it's done, right? Wouldn't be the first time I ever wasted paint. Let's be real, people. Okay, so I'm going to make some of these ones that mean something to them a little prominent on the paper, on the lid. Some of these smeared. I had a hell of a time getting these stamped out right. And this one was the best stamp, and then I smeared the ink up at the top of it. Like, crap. Hey, Judy Patootie. Hey, Kim. So, that one's pretty good. Some of these stamped real dents in the sprocket of the tire, or the wheel on the cannon. That one's got a little more, you can just barely see a little white space in there. So that's what I'm trying to find the better ones. That one's not bad. Here's one in red. I don't think I want that one in red. I think I'm just going to put the siennas in red. And we also can present our logo in black. So I have some black ones to kind of mingle in here. I don't want them to forget us. And his togo, these I think I'm going to go back in and paint the colors of the flag. I have to look that up again. But you can see the star in there. This togo is that if you're looking at Africa, and here's the west coast goes like this and comes in this nook and then goes down to South Africa, right? He's right in this nook. Togo lays kind of like that, right in that elbow on the west coast. And he actually, I was telling you a little bit about him. Such a cool guy. He actually owns a cashew farm in a local village to where he was raised. It's the only business anywhere around there that offers employees benefits, structured hours, and daycare. And he and another friend of his, a French guy named Vinny that I work with, I was his boss for a while too. Vinny and a couple other employees ran in a race sponsored, and the money that they earned donated to Francois to outfit the daycare at his cashew farm. And he said the villagers there didn't understand the concept of daycare, and that they could actually go to work and somebody else would take care of their child, but they'd be on site for them to check on or go see or whatever, and make it easy for them to work every day and give them benefits. And he's got people lined up knocking on the door wanting to work for him. And he goes there, 3 or 4 times a year to check on it and interact with everybody. I'm telling you, this guy is awesome. Love me some Francois. So I'm just going to put these out here because I want to make sure I incorporate these in my, my soccer balls. Gotta have my little balls out here. It's a little blurry. I made more than I would need. All right. Now let's get some colors going somewhere. Yeah, Judy, I'm telling you, he's an awesome human being. I got up to speak at his going away party, and whew, that was a tough one. I barely got myself through that. But well, I didn't really. That was a very emotional thing for me to do. I told the story that I think only one other person in the room knew, that when I worked for him, he came into work one day, and he called me in his office. He said, "Patty, I know something's wrong." He said, "What, are you okay? What can I do to help you?" Well, and I was under more stress probably in my life than I ever had been in that week. I had broken up with a boyfriend I was with for 5 years that was not good. That same week, my mom and dad were flooded by Hurricane Isabel. How the basement completely flooded, wiped out, 3 cars underwater. They're on the waterfront, and the water went 10 houses behind them into the neighborhood. And my dad collapsed cleaning up the next morning when we got it pumped out. Had to get rushed to the hospital. It was bad. So I went into work the next day, and that's when Francois saw me, and he called me in, and I started crying as soon as he asked me what was wrong. Anyway, he had to go to New York that day. And he said, "Patty, I got to go to the train station. I got to go to New York for that meeting. I'll call you." So he left, and he called me from the train station, which from our office was maybe 10 minutes away. He called me, and he said, "Patty, cancel my hotel, cancel the dinner, get me on another train to come home right after my meeting. I'm going to go home with you and help your mom and dad." He said, "If all they need is another set of arms and a back to help dig out, I'm going to go home with you and help them." He was a vice president for the company. But that's who he is. Still chokes me up. But when you're at that kind of a low spot and had that kind of stuff happen, and somebody does that, you don't forget that. Everybody loves him. We got 5,500 employees that are in a state of sadness knowing that he's leaving us. I told him I would not cry at his welcome back party. I know he's coming back someday. He kind of is Sienna. That doesn't mean much to you guys because you don't know how it is working there, but it's a freaking awesome place to work. Every one of the executives are such great humans with so much integrity and laid back attitude and work like dogs. It's very genuine and heartwarming. Very lucky to work there. So let's see. Gosh, I haven't done this in so long. I was like, where am I going to start? But anyway, that's my Francois story. So I thought I'd make them a little box, a little memento to remember me by. Oh, here's another Francois story. I told this one that night too. Actually, more about his mother, but he was raised by her. So, you know, that kind of gives you a little bit of who he is too. But when he moved to London, I actually had the opportunity to move with him and work for him there. But my mom and dad were getting up in their years and stuff, and I just didn't feel like I could be that far away. But that would have been amazing. But anyway, my friend Jen that I work with, she and I took a vacation in September of 06, and we went to London for 5 days, and we went to Florence, Italy for 5 days. And while we were in London, we went to see Francois. We went to his condo and visited him and his wife. His mom was there. I met her for the first time. And one of his half-sisters, who actually, and I can't remember the name of the artist, there's a very well-known female pop artist that is huge in Europe and Asia. She's one of her backup dancers and travels with her. She was gorgeous. We hung out with them, went to lunch, had a great day with them. Was only with them for the afternoon, right, in the part of the evening. So I come home from that trip. The next month in October, I have my mammogram. I get diagnosed, right? His mother contacted me and said, when you finish your treatment, I want to bring you over to my home outside of Paris in Burgundy and let you convalesce here, and I'll take care of you and help you out after you get finished your treatment. Like, who does that? I mean, obviously I didn't or couldn't because my doctors and had to see stuff, get stuff done every week. But she didn't know that. But she offered to take me to her home in France and take care of me and help me recover from that. So that's who I'm dealing with here. These are freaking amazing people. Ooh, that one's kind of crooked. Or maybe my tiles are crooked. Better save that one for later. I might need more of these reddish ones. I wonder if I took... I'll find one I'm not that wild about. That one's not that special. Let me try this stuff and see if I can get it redder. Redderer. And do I want to use this? Oh, that is coming off. You know what? I think I'm just going to use my finger. I don't want too much of this. I don't want it to get down in the cracks. I'm going to blot some of this off on my paper over here. I'm going to try to just hit the high tops of this and see if this looks any more red. Hello, I see nothing. Maybe I do need a little wetter. There we go. No, that's going to come out pink over that silver. Yeah, crap. That's not going to work. My finger looks pretty. Let's see. Let me give it one more try. Put a little bit more on there. No, it's kind of just wiping off. Not going to work. Maybe it's got to be on raw tile. Because this was actually advertised on a Polymer clay site when I first saw it. I think I got these on Blitsy though. All right, so much for that idea. Kind of like to just throw these out there. Maybe I should get one of each of these lined up down the bottom here. So we got all three of his big loves here. And we'll go from there. Maybe put that red one there. Hey, CB. So I'm sorry, I saw when I was blabbing, I saw somebody in chat ask me what the tiles were and what I was doing with them. So these were made out of, and I forget who it was, I'm sorry. They're made out of polymer clay that I roll out. I impress it with rubber stamps and then put different dry pigments like primary elements or Pearl-Ex kind of things on top of the raw clay. It sticks right to the raw clay and then bake it. Or like for these white ones, I just rolled out white clay smooth and then rubber stamped it with archival ink and then bake them flat. So these don't have any texture. They're flat and smooth. Where these, I just took extra white clay I had, laid silver leaf over it, pushed a stamp on it. So I get all this texture, right? And the raw clay helps that leaf adhere and then bake them after that. So, and I'm putting this box together for a theme for one of my bosses who's leaving the companies. And he's leaving the company. So I'm doing this as a going away gift for him. And the hardest part is figuring out where to stick the first tile and get it going. So I'm going to just say, less talking and more gluing. We'll never get this damn thing done. CB, I actually did tweet earlier when I set up my stream. Then I had to assist somebody with a semi-crisis and looked up at the clock and it was 10 after 11. I thought, holy crap, missed my launch. So I ended up not starting until noon. So I'm just using Well-Bond adhesive. This is really good for this to stick the tiles down. You put a thin layer down on the substrate. You know what? Let me bring in a notch or two here. Hang on. Where the heck is my... Hold on. There we go. We're using this new video conferencing thing at work called Zoom. And I actually got the same camera for my desk for work that they got me as I use here, my Logitech camera. That's kind of wild. That's a little bit better, I hope. All right. And then I'm going to put a thin layer of the Well-Bond on the back of the tile. You don't want too much. It really, when the glue meets the glue, it's pretty much on there. You get a little wiggle room, but you need to like where you set it down because within maybe a minute, it's going to be hard to move it. I'm going to set that in there. And I just give it a little push for a second or two. Yeah, that's what it was, CB. Best intentions. So after I get done streaming, I'm going to make a big pot of my stew. I haven't made any stew for my mom yet. It's been so crazy. She loves stew. And during the winter, every couple of weeks or so, I usually make a big pot of stew for her. And she never asks me for anything. And I was making a chicken broccoli casserole last week. And I said, hey, Mom, did you like that chicken broccoli I made you last time? I'll make extra. And she said, yeah. She said, you know, I really like your stew. And so Dave went up to Costco and Safeway this morning and got me all my ingredients. Bless his heart. It was 24 degrees here when he went outside. He asked Alexa what the temperature is. He said, in Severn, it is 24 degrees. I went, holy crap, it was just 80 degrees one day last week. What's happening? Trees are budding and blooming and pollen was out. And of course, he bought a new snowblower this year, so we will get no appreciable amount of snow. I can almost guarantee you that. Oh, sorry. I'm gluing this this off out of the camera. This design was made by one of the rollers. I love this, the coloration. This is that platinum Mona Lisa powder, which they don't make anymore, apparently. So I'm holding on to this like it's real gold, real platinum. But that's just that powder rubbed on stamped black raw clay. Look how cool that is. You can't hate it. Red Treasure Gold. Oh, you know what? I might, Jan. Let me move over to the Treasure Gold department. Here we go. Wax pigments and 3D pastes. That's where it is. Oh, look. See, it's a good thing you're here, Jan, because I've got very little sense anymore. What else do I have in there that's red? I do. I have the ruby. Ruby. Let's see what that looks like on one of these. Oops, hello. Let's see. Whew, man, that stuff's strong. I'm probably going to have to do this on make more and do it on raw clay. I'm just do it over here. Oh, that's much better. Look at that. Even over the silver. That's much better. Thank you, Jan. Telling you, my girls pull me out of the hole here. Jean, I saw you said something about gesso, but I missed it. I didn't see that. Yeah, so those are in place, right? Let's get a little bit of red going up here somehow, some way. Let's go one sideways since we got this one that way. Or up there, too close. Maybe there, but then that creates a problem right there, but we'll deal with that later. It's at the beginning of doing these, in my humble opinion, and you guys with me last summer, you all made this stuff too when we did the class. But you gotta, if you got something like this big that you're doing, you gotta kind of just start gluing stuff down and then work around it as you go. And because otherwise I'd sit here all day that where do I put the first piece? Do I put it here? Do I put it there? Moving stuff all over the place. And you'll waste your life trying to figure out where to put the first tile. Let me get something different in here. Circuit boards. I thought I had a circuit board on here somewhere. Or not. Oh, that one's kind of cool where that lion, whoops, hello. That little bit of a lion came in there. That's off of one of those rollers. See how fine it comes out? Just saying a bit of white gesso before the other red would work. Treasure Gold is better. It's already baked clay with pigment on it, so it's not real. I don't know how much gesso wouldn't, I think that would kind of fill in some of those holes and lose the black background, so I don't get that contrast. I'm thinking. I could be wrong. I generally am. But that's kind of a cool one. It looks kind of European-ish. Let me get a couple more siennas in here somewhere. Oops, that leaving too big of a hole there. Do I want it at the top? I want to make sure it's always in his face so he remembers to come back. I'm just using this tissue blade. I got my brush in my mouth to trim off parts that are just that little tiny bit that the tiles are off will really throw off the way the tiles lay together. If you got one square and one's got a little tip of something sticking out there, it's going to really jack it up. So, something skinnier. Do I have a skinnier silver? That's too skinny. Oh, look, that one's just right. Let's put that one in there. And I don't really have a plan for what this is going to look like. I just want to try to, the pieces that mean something to them, the Eiffel Towers, the Togo stamps, the soccer, the Arsenal, and the Sienna logo. Space them out, space some of the red. I'm probably going to have to make more of that red at some point. But I was anxious to start getting this glued down. And white gesso just rubbed on like the paste. Treasure Gold removes the gesso step. So, yeah, it looked like it did remove that step, Jean. Yeah, I'll have to try it on one to see if I could do that. All right. Let's see what we got here. Togo up here, Togo down here. Might not need 3 Togos. Might not need 3 of everything. But I always have to have that option because I like my 3s. Might go there, all right. And I want to save some of those for inside the box too. I like to sometimes put the long, skinny ones down the sides. All right, let me get these other corners nailed down, and that'll help me get on my way here. I'm going to put a sealer on these, and I don't know if you guys remembered that purple and teal. Shocking with the color choice, I know. But the box I did it a while back, that had some of the Fornacetti faces on stamps on it. I really like how that came out, and I used that Ceram Coat. Oh crap, that's a little crooked. Ceram Coat gloss varnish, and I like that. Sorry, I got the brush in my mouth. I like that a lot better than I like the finish I get from the Sculpey sealers. I think Dee Dee uses that. I think that's where I heard of that one, and it really puts a nice sheen on it. And you got to watch when you use the sealer on the pieces that just have the dry pigment, because some of them will want to move around a little bit. So when you put the sealer on there, you want to wipe your brush off on something just in case it picked up pigment. You don't color the next tile going going next to it. You want to make sure you didn't color that. Here's another one. Just enough to be tacky on the back of that. It'll really stick to that other glue you put down there. It's pretty good stuff. And I might come back and color these. I probably should try to color them before I glue them down in case I screw it up. But for this one, I'm gluing it down. Maybe I'll just color one sort of in the middle. Here's an idea. I always love doing mosaics. I guess it's like putting a puzzle together. All right, what do we got down here? Let's get, am I out of frame? Yes. Let's get this corner going down here. And you can paint like bigger than the area, and even if this has dried and you put the tacky on the back of this and stick it to it, it's going to grab it. All right. What was I going to put there? Oh, this Togo. Okay. Another Togo. That looks a little crooked to me somehow. I'll put a little grout maybe in there later. And I don't like putting the tiles so they all go vertical or they all go horizontal. I like to kind of switch up the direction of them. I think it gives it a little bit more interest. So that one I'm going to put down sideways. I'm going to hold that in place for just a second. All right. And this Eiffel Tower, I think I went kind of in the middle. I don't measure anything. I just kind of eyeball it. And it's usually pretty close, to tell you the truth. But I figure if you're going to look at anything I've done and get out a ruler to see if it's exactly in the center, you got bigger issues than I do. And I know people that would do that because if it's going to be in the middle, by God, you got to measure it to the millimeter. Not so much. Let's see. That's about right. And there she goes. Hey Jen, it's Well Bond ceramic tile mastic. It comes in like the smallest container I think you can get is a quart, and it's the stuff you see contractors with trials putting on the floor and then setting ceramic tiles in it. But I just use a palette knife and just put a thin layer on here. It gives it some extra substance and some extra tooth for the so it's not just a flat smooth surface. It gives it you can see that there's the silver. See where it looks rough? That's the way I paletted on the mastic underneath of the silver paint. Get that in frame. There we go. I'm going to put this one here. That's one of those little circuit board ones. This Arsenal, whoops, this Arsenal one over here. All right, I should probably get a little big. Does that fit? A little big. And I can trim these down. It's a little small. All right. Did I have that one on there next? I think I did. All right. Get a little soccer ball action in there. Hey, Patty. Have TSN on waiting for the next curling draw, and they are showing replays of the Arsenal team. I'm sure my boss is watching that. My old boss. Put that right there. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Zandra. The lady come and pick up your shelves, Zandra? That almost fits. I'm gonna snip just a little. Oh, hey, Orla. Got another set of pens in for you. Fine line pens, I think, or markers. That's cool, Xander. I'm glad you were able to move them that quick. I'm just using this like a little guillotine and kind of rocking my way across the end of this tile to snip off the least teeniest little bit, like shaving it. One more little bit and that'll fit in there. There you go. These are addicting though. I haven't made anything with tiles for quite a while. I've been obsessed with playing with my watercolor stuff, the little bit that I can get down here anymore to do it. And now that I'm doing this, I want to make more and more tiles. Okay, all that's in place down here. This corner's in place. All right, now I need to bring a bunch more of these in here. Some of these tribal-y ones. He likes tribal stuff being from Africa. These are kind of tribal-y. Tribal-y, is that a word? Tribal-y. What's going to go right there? They're all too big. Too small. That's another one just like it. Too big. Too small. Let's see. Do I want to put another red one in there? That one's too big and crooked, but I might be able to save it. Some of these, I'm telling you, I don't know what happens between me laying them on the tray to go in the oven and them coming out of the oven, because what goes in comes out. It doesn't change shape from the heat. But maybe my eyeball's off where I think it's square, but it's clearly not. Crap, that's still got to come off of there. I don't know if I'm going to use any more of that. Maybe I can put this in there and then come back with a little piece of glass. I have these little slivers of glass that I got at a mosaic shop across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge from us. Donna and I went to this little place over there we go over so often, and she does like strictly mosaics in her shop, and I find cool little pieces to use sometimes on my stuff. Alright, I'm going to leave that hole next to this big white one. And I have here they are. These little glass, almost dumped them. Little glass sticks, that are cut. And the white ones have like a pearlescent on it, see that? But they make good little grout sticks to put in those holes where you've worked yourself into a corner. Let's see. These are all too big for there. And that one, if I shave a little bit of that off, it'll be about the same width as the one under it. Yep, see that little bit there? And that will allow for one of those little sticks to go right in that hole right there. That's what we'll do there. My paintbrush is starting to get glue boogers all over it. I'm going to have to rinse that out here soon. I want some of those, Patty. Do you think we can order those online, and can you turn links on? I think I turned links on earlier, Jen. What do you want some of, hon? I will get you in a few. Get Patty to turn links on. It turned off again. Remember I turned it on earlier, you guys, that were here early? Try it now, Jen. I did it again. It was off. I don't know how. I want some of those. You think we can order those online? What is it that you guys wanted? Oh, some of those sticks. Oh, no. They don't have an online shop. They don't have an online shop. If you're talking about these glass sticks, they do not have an online shop. It's just a little local store out in the real rural area. And they're glass. They're not ceramic. Just so you know, if that makes a difference to what you're going to use them for. They are glass. I'm sure somebody sells them somewhere, but I don't know where, to tell you the truth. Some of these, like this one's really thick. What the hell I was thinking when I did that one, but gives a texture kind of up and down, you know? It's not all just flat. That one's over there. I don't want to do that. Something different over here. I'm getting myself. Oops. That one almost fit. I need a skinnier one. Do I have a skinnier one? Ooh, almost. That's kind of tricky. When you're shaving those ends off, to do it and get it straight on a long end like this, that's tricky. Tricky-er. Let's try that one. Oh, looky there. There you go. There you go, buddy. And we'll put a line on where I'm going to cut you off so you're even to that one. And then this way, cutting the short width, that works pretty easy. But when you're doing it the long way, it's really hard to get it straight. And not just straight, but not breaking it along the way. That's the glue. That's not the artist making that noise. Just so you know, that's how rumors start. All right, I have to put both of these down. So I'm going to glue this area right here. Glue the back of this one. Jen, if you want some of those sticks, I'll try to keep that in mind, and I'll let you know when I go and pick you up some and get them to you. But and I'll let you know how much they were. Hang on, there's a receipt in there. I remember they were not as cheap as you might think they would be. That's why I didn't get more than I got. I don't know if it'll show up on this receipt or not. Let's see. Taking a fun classes this year, Patty. No, we are in the midst of paying off another big vet bill for Mojo. And we're still paying for the ones a year and a half ago. And added another $5,000 to that. So, okay, so it looks like these were 10 cents each. Oh, they weren't that bad then, I guess. 10 cents each. That seems kind of expensive for that little chip of glass. But it's hard to cut it like that. And I got 30 of them for $3. But no, I was actually, this past week, I was supposed to be in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I had signed up for, you guys will probably know the name Carolyn Holman. Carlin with a K. Carlin Holman, watercolorist. She's really good, and she teaches like all over the world. Rarely do you see a class from her in the U.S. She's from the Midwest. She's the one that Paula sent us to when she found the Elegant Writer demo on YouTube. And I was really into her. I bought some online classes or online videos from her to watch, and really got interested in her and more interested in watercolor. So I looked at her classes, and lo and behold, she was in Fredericksburg this past week, which is 2 hours from here. I used to live in Fredericksburg. So I signed up for her class, put the down payment down, and then had to lose my down payment because I had to say no. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Too much money going out the door. So hopefully she'll come back there another time. But that one I really wanted to do. You'll notice my nails are looking a little scrumbly because I stopped doing those. But that's okay. That's what you do when you gotta take care of your family. I don't begrudge them a bit. Put that one there. It's another black one about the same size, but it's got a lot more silver on it. All right. Let's see. I need to get another one of these babies in somewhere. I got Togo and Togo there. Let me get this Togo out of the way. I got Arsenal here. Maybe I'll get one over there. Move that one out of the way. Sienna. Thought I'd do one up there. Maybe. It's kind of the same size. Well, I don't want to put it just like that either. Let's break that up a bit, shall we? Maybe like that over there. And will that fit? Oh, I bet I can make you fit, you little rascal. The dogs are great right now, Orla. If you didn't know Mojo was as sick as he is, you'd have no idea. He's back to being Mojo. He's happy. He looks healthy. He eats. He wants to play and do everything he's always done. So we're very grateful for that, and we'll take that as long as we can get it. It's really difficult knowing that something that serious is going on. And at any time, something major could happen that takes him down. But, we're just grateful for every day and just moving on. Hoping for the best for the longest we can have him. That looks pretty good there, I think. Let's start smacking some of those bad boys down. When I do little boxes, like I have some of those 4x4 wooden boxes you guys may have seen me done in the past. And I had a play date for a friend of mine that I work with. His daughter turned 14. She's really into art. And they asked me if I would do a play date with her as a birthday present. And so we did that last Sunday, which is why I didn't stream last Sunday. And she made one of my little tile boxes, the little wooden boxes. We did tiles then, and I was working on some of these with her then. And I had her trace the lid on a piece of paper and then go on the paper and arrange all of her tiles and then leave that beside her so she could go from right there and glue them in. But when you're doing something this big, I think that's like a futile step to even try to attempt to do because, the least little hair off on placement and, stuff doesn't fit like you thought it was going to. And I got to pull that in front of me to make sure that's straight for a second, guys. But on the small projects, that's a good thing to do. I think it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to, you do the futz and dry fitting them on paper, right? You don't go gluing it down and think, crap. Orla, if you go on my personal Facebook page and go to my photos, you'll see tons of those out there. There's so many pictures of those two knuckleheads out there. If you don't see one that will suit whatever you're looking for, if you can give me something more specific, I'll do what I can to get it to you. Oh, do you, Kathy, you trace like that too? Do you ever do it for bigger projects, or have you done any bigger projects? Did you do that when you tiled your book or your journal when you were in Maryland last year? Sorry, out of frame again. That's the thing when this is zoomed in, your camera is not where you think it still is. And if you're not paying attention, as I do at times, everybody's pretty much hosed. That's a little bit too big. You know what? I'm going to get another soccer ball in the mix over here somewhere. Don't want it next to the white. I don't like that white next to that white like that. I like to intersperse the white different places. Maybe I'll put him up there. Although I did white and white here, didn't I? But that's red, so that's different. Yeah, that's a smart. I'm probably just not smart enough to figure out a big one. I don't even. It's not that I'm not smart enough. I wouldn't take the time to do it. I know me. I am not that patient. All right. I'm gonna grab. Good Lord. Oh, I got a lot of tiles. These are all colored, but I don't think there's any red in there. Let me grab my metallic box and my black and white box and see if I can pull any little bits out of here. Which this is going to go hardened up on me. Move this out of the way for a minute. And let me try to look in here to find any that may mingle with this project. Did with 2 jewelry dressers. Ooh, nice. Oh, look at that one. Ooh, that's kind of red and it's got a little key in it. Ha ha. Jackpot. Probably the only red one in here, but these are all metallic ones. So, that's a little one. I can use that. That's kind of vivid. That's good. That's good. I don't want the frilly ones or the girly looking ones. I'm not looking at the chat right now, guys, so if you hit me up, I might miss what you're asking me. But all these little bits and pieces that you think, I'm not going to use that. I'm telling you, they're the ones I end up pulling out of here that I need. Like this little thing right here. That'll probably come in real handy at some point when I get myself backed into a corner. That one's kind of cute. Cute. Maybe that one. It's got a lot of black showing. That would be different. And like this little teeny weeny hunk of whatever there. Score. That'll work. Yes. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's not bad. Oh, here's an old sienna one that the pigment got away from me. Got 2 silver on it. Got pretty purple. Oh, that's a good one with the numbers on it. Use that for somewhere. I was thinking about putting one of these little tribal guys in there somewhere. You know, that might work, right? Because of the African background thing. I'm going to put him over there. That might work. That's kind of tribal-y. Wish I had more of that red. These are all upside down. These could be all good stuff in here. What the heck? That one's not bad. All right. That'll give me some of those. More of those to play with. And then here's some black and white ones. Oh, here's another piece. Oh, look, here's the other guy. No, no, in the wrong box. All right. Here's another piece that I made. This was in the Laurie Micah class, Zandra, that you took with me. And Tam, did you do that one, or was that was just me and Xander, I think. You were with us at a different class, I think. But anyway, this is one of the things that I made where we embedded those stones, right, on this hand. And it burnt. See where it burnt? But on the same by the same token, it looks pretty cool. And here's another image of that same broad that I burnt. See what it's supposed to look like? And it looks like that. Patti, do you know they call Arsenal the Gunners? No, I didn't. Well, it makes sense they got a cannon on their logo, right? But I didn't know that. Yeah, it was just me and Z. That's right. But anyway, this is one that didn't burn, that I put beads in that one too. And then my little skull, sugar skull with his crazy eyes. It's got those, there we go, those iridescent beads in his eyes. Biting a key, skull key. I'll use him somewhere at some point. Little house. There's some black and white pencils. That's kind of cool. That's kind of bold black and white. I need some checks. That's what I need. Where the heck are my... Oh, they were on the tray that burn up. Crap. I need to make some black and white checks. Crap-ola. There's some black and white. That's a good one. That's a good one. See these black and white ones? See the difference between the colors of the ink? This is StazOn black, and this is archival black. And see, the one looks grayed out. But Laurie Micah, she says that she uses only StazOn, and hers comes out black. Mine clearly do not, and I don't know why. And she used it that day, and I think they came out black. I can't figure that one out. I'm a little baffled on that one, I gotta tell you. Might be able to use that. That's kind of tribal-y. Oh, that's good. That's one of my stamps with one of my stencil images on it. Black and white. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's not feminine. Well, here's a striped one. That's a good one to mingle in there. Oh, here's just some bisque ones. Just some white clay. I'll color those with something maybe. There's another little silver one. Rats. I was hoping I had more black and white checks in here. I don't know what that is. That's kind of cool though. Another striped one. Oh, that one's good. Little teeny one. These are white ones that are blank. Oh, that's blank and flat. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about doing with that. Oh, yours came out great too? Beagle Mom? Yeah, I don't know how hers come out black. Oh, that's a good sienna one. There's another silver one. It's in the wrong box. The hell kind of system I got going on here? Oh, look, a zebra skin. That might work. See, that would be a great one, but it's not that black. I like it black. That's a good one. Oh, there's a teeny tiny little pictograph. I don't know if that in this hand. I don't know if it's going to come out or not. You can see it. There's a couple little checks. Those are too gray. That one's not bad. That'll bring in a little bit of design. Another one with numbers. Pencils, but that's a little blurry. Oh, here's another one that's not painted. That's a good one. Oh, look, one single pencil. That'll come in handy somewhere. Possibly. These look like scaly kind of things. Another one unpainted. What do I want to do with those? If I could bring in some more. All right, good enough. Yeah. Patty, can I tell them about the classroom? Yeah, absolutely, Z. I'm excited about that one. Zandra's going to teach a day, part of a day, and when we go to Maryland this year, and she came up with a really cool class. While you're doing that, I'm going to rifle through this colored box to see if I can find any that have any kind of color on them I can use. Please do, Zandra. And my list of supplies, hopefully, will be coming out by the end of next week. That everybody needs. That should give everybody plenty of time to see these. You can tell what colors I like, right? These are from last year at Laurie Micah's. We did these too. Embedding stuff and image transfer on this one. And on this one's an image transfer. Yeah, I'm not going to find any red ones in here. What the hell was I thinking? Not even close. Oh well. That was silly. I see you, Leslie. All right. Back to this. You know what? I might look at incorporating these guys in here. A couple things. They'll take up a lot of room, and they're very tribal, right? This guy's crooked as hell, though. Ooh, what happened to you? You look a little sideways there, buddy. Some people are having trouble with the chat, Leslie. I don't know what the heck's going on. Yep, she's got the You Are Mermazing class that Zandra's going to do. I can't wait for that. It's going to be watercolors and hot glue stencils and sprays and all kind of good stuff. This one wasn't even close to being squared off. What the hell I was thinking when I cut that one up and baked it. This is so thick that I am getting away with going down the side of this, trying to shave it back, like bevel it backwards. All right, that's a little better. Let's see what this dude's doing. He's a little crooked too. Xander is scraps to beauty. I saw somebody asking for Z's channel. That's a little bit better. And this guy, ooh, he's all cattywampus here. There's a word you don't hear every day. Joan, you know what? I have a couple. I'll have one here for you that you can use a hot glue gun. I thought about that actually, wondering if you if you had a heat gun, and I know you had one last year, right? But yeah, I'm not sure, and I thought about that too, Ella, with an adapter. I mean, you can get a hot glue gun for $2 with a coupon at Michael's. So we'll swing by and get you one at Michael's, Joan, so you have one when you get here, or I'll get one for you or whatever. There's some of those small ones are so cheap. Everybody's got multiple glue guns. All right, let's see. Let me get some of these now, are in my way. Make up your mind, Patty. Make up your mind. Take some of this stuff out of my way here. That's kind of cool. Kind of like that key. Oh, here he is. That one. You put him on the side there. He's really crooked. He's not laying on that side very well. I did one there. Look at you. Maybe I could stick you in there, buddy. And then maybe we could have to put you up here somewhere. Maybe like that. Get those out of the way. That's what I was wondering, Jean. I'm not sure with that, with something being heated. I mean, I know you can use them for hair dryers. I used one when I went to Europe for my US hair dryer. Which actually, by the way, when I was in Italy, I had a curling iron plugged in with an adapter and came back to the bathroom to use it. And it was one of the curling irons. It was like a brush. It had plastic bristles on it. They had melted all over the glass shelf laying on by the sink. So it didn't work for that. Yeah, Joan, don't worry about that or worrying about bringing an adapter unless you bring one for other stuff. Because, yeah, we'll have a glue gun for you. That's easy. That's easy stuff right there. Okay, I think I'm going to put those tribal guys in like that. I think they will work, given the theme. My brush. I let the brush go too long. These little tribal guys was on an old rubber stamp I got on, I forget if I got it on Etsy or eBay. It was discontinued, and I saw it and I was like, I love that stamp. And I searched high and low, and I found that back. Actually, I think my friend Donna found it for me. Hey, Ella. One of our executives is leaving our company, and I used to support him a number of years ago, and I consider him a friend, and I wanted to make him a box. So I'm kind of doing it on a theme for him. He was born in Togo, Africa, which are these maps here of Togo. He was raised and went to school in Paris, so he got a little Eiffel Tower action going on in here. He's a soccer fan, so the soccer balls. And his favorite team is Arsenal, so I had a stamp made of the Arsenal logo. And got the tribal guys in there because he's from a tribe in Togo. And the company logos. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Yeah, this is a little Ranger brush of that packet of like 5 brushes. They're really nice brushes, actually. I like them a lot. I think I'm going to put you right there, buddy. And I will fill in the gaps with some grout strips or some glass or beads if I must. Oh, you're not glued down yet. What do you know? Thanks, Ella. Orla, are you bringing another suitcase to take back filled up with supplies? So a couple of things you ordered are a little on the heavy side, just so you know. I mean, not pounds, but they're heavy enough that if you plan on putting them in a packed suitcase with stuff, I think you're going to be in trouble. Oh. All right, let me see what I got here. What do I got here? What do I got here? See, the when that's the pencil one that's, let me show you the difference. I was talking about different techniques earlier. Oh, hell, I already glued them down. I'll show you on here. So this is black clay where I impress the stamp with pencils on it and then hit it with that platinum dry pigment on top of the clay. This is the same stamp where I just rolled out smooth white clay and stamped it with archival ink. So there's no texture in the black and white one, but you get a clearer image of that stamp. But see the difference in the look of the same stamp? It looks like something completely different. That would kind of be a nice spot for that, but I have to cut you off. And I might be able to do that. Oh, look, but you fit right there. But you're next to that white one. Do I want to do that? I'll put that there and think about it. I'm talking and saying this stuff so you guys can see how my brain works when I'm trying to figure this crap out. I mean, this art out. I like that there, but then I don't like that vertical look of all those tiles going that same way right there. I don't know about that. Maybe I'll put you over there. No, that one fell out of the box. I don't know what the heck that's doing there. Let's see. The pencil stamp. I think I got that, actually. It just popped into my head. I'm pretty sure it was Lost Coast Designs, Lost Coast. Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, links them up every once in a while. And they've got a lot of really cool stamps. Some of them are my favorites, actually, that I use from there. But that, I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. I got a lot of border. They have a section of border stamps, and I think that's where that one actually came from. Pretty sure. Oops. Oh, you're not glued down yet either, honey. Come here. What are you waiting for? Yeah, Leslie Onstad's having a sale over at Color Art. I'm glad you mentioned that. I meant to mention that for you guys. 30% off, I think. Not sure how long it lasts, but it's Color, C-O-L-O-U-R, Art, A-R-T-E, one word. And she's got the new pigments in these little shaker bottles, the primary elements that are my favorite pigments. Oops, lost my train of thought. Can't multitask anymore. Hey, Janice. Hey, Kim. How are you? Thanks for joining. That's a new name, I think. Welcome, if it is, if I'm correct on that. Alrighty, let's see. What else am I doing here? I need to bring some more red in this area. This may be something... No, I don't want white. But then I still got that vertical thing going there. I need to spin it around and break that up with something. Nope, that's too much like that one. Nope. Why is that a problem for me? What is the problem there? Maybe something like that. See if I can trim this one down. I'm going to have to cut that off right there, I think. And a little bit more. But that piece I'll save. knew I'd get you down there, you little rascal. Oops. Paint boogers again. I'm going to have to wash my brush and put more paint out on my little palette here. It doesn't take long for this paint to get kind of boogery. And it's still vertical, like 1, 2, 3, the same width. But with that black, I'm hoping that'll break up that rhythm there. And oh, March, what is that? March Madness is the code for color art. 317 March Madness. 317 March Madness. The numbers, numeric 317. All one word. All right. Some more glue. Turn this bad boy around. All right. Dry that brush off a little bit. All right, where are we? Where are we? That's kind of those two right together that are the same pattern. But that fits really nice. Oh, and that's not glued down yet, so that's not a permanent decision. Oh, look, the word strength came out on that one little brick on the bottom of that one. I didn't even notice that before. Whoa, focus. Or not. Come on. Now I'm just playing with the camera. There we go. Boom. See how clear that is when it finally focuses? But good Lord, you gotta beg it. Maybe I'll put this here and that on top of that and find one that'll go in that hole. Maybe I'll cut a hunk of that off. Right about there. So I mark these with my knife. So when I take them off, I know where about to chop them to make them fit where I want them to. Is that gonna go? Yep, look at that. Look at you. Coming together for mama. All right, let's get some glue down there. Now I still got to come up with how I'm going to paint the box and what I'm going to decorate that with. I did get scrapbook paper that I'm going to line the box with. I got some that has an African theme. I got some Paris theme papers. And a soccer, one with Chinese soccer balls all over it. I was thinking about using to line the sides of the, the vertical sides of the box and lid. Put strength so we can read it. There we go. And put you down there, you little rascal. And then this, that takes up a good bit of that spot, and that's kind of an interesting manly tile, if you will. I didn't know pencils were male or female, masculine or feminine, but today they're going on a masculine box. I guess a teacher would like, male or female, would like the pencils, right? Or a female engineer. Or artist. All right, now It's a little bit too skinny. We want a little bit thicker. Nope. Too skinny, too skinny. No, it never. It's a little bit wide. Maybe I need a black one. Oh, look at you. I'm going to put you right there, buddy. This will be your permanent home. Lost Coast Designs. That just popped into my head. I think it might be Designs. If you just put in Lost Coast rubber stamps in Google, you'll find it. I had little tiny, here we go. Oh, you're still too big. You are still too big. What's this little one? Can I cut this one down? Huh. Oh, here we go. What's that? I think that'll work. Do I have all those down? Yeah, they're all down. Now this is a white one against the the white Santa tile, but I think it's stark enough to make it blend in and work there. There we go. Lost Coast Designs. There you go. Thanks, Jen. All right. That's all glued down, right? Something like that. I need to get one of these. That's too much red right there. See what I mean about getting backed into a corner? Do I want that long red one up there? That's too much red right there, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to put you right there because it's just too cute not to put you there. Hey, Bear. Welcome. All right. And let's see. Do I want to pop another Eiffel Tower in there? Another Togo reference. I got Togo. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. These numbers are probably something good to pop in there somewhere. That fits right there pretty good. Oh, I lost my sienna up here. We cannot do that. Maybe that'll end up in the middle somewhere. Get some of these out of my way. Let me get out of here what's not glued. Oh, this isn't glued down either yet. Nope. Oh, hello. Something's crooked here with this one. You do a little shaving. Coax this thing into being really squared off. That was a little too much. Oop. That's better. But do I want it right there? Maybe that needs to go over here somewhere. 1, 2. Or not. Maybe I don't need more of those. All right, let's get some more of those. Some of these kinds. This one. That's a big one. I don't know if I need that up there. I can cut that up if I need to. All right. Where's the skinny one? Could make that work in there, maybe. Oh, it's beveled out the wrong way. Cut a little bit of that off the underneath part. Could make that work, I think. It was cold here this morning. Dave went out. I heard him ask Alexa what the temperature was, and it says it is currently 24 degrees in Severn. Holy crap! It was just 80 the other day. Huh. I like this little row of these little squares at the top, but if I cut that off, that would line up exactly right there and make my life easier. Then maybe I could use that. So I'm going to try. I'm going to cut it off. Hopefully it'll cut straight. Oh, there it goes. I can use that for maybe a little grout stick somewhere. Sometimes it cuts good, sometimes not so much. It's kind of always a crapshoot. If it's going to work or you're going to hose it up. All right, let's try that. Glue on the back of the tile. Mojo's barking at something. Now Babe barks because she hears Mojo bark. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not. It's like, if Mojo's barking, I probably should be barking, so I'm going to just chime in there and assume he's knows something that I don't know. Oh, shot that one across the room. All right. Get a little glue on you, my friend. Slide you right in there. All right, so these aren't glued in yet. But there's where we are so far. Again, for anybody just joining, this is for a friend, old boss of mine that's leaving our company. So I got our company logo. I got the map of Togo in here on a stamp I had made. Paris, he was born in Togo, raised in Paris. Big soccer fan, engineer background. So I got some of this stuff and the pencils and the tribal dudes. Nancy, I do that. It's like $3.99 a month. And to me, it's well worth it, because if you watch a lot of Ustreams and the daggone commercials, whoo, make mama crazy. Gotta tell you. Make him nuts. All right, let me get some of my favorites off of here and try to get those in. I like this stamp. I forget where I got those, but they're different. Look at these. They're rubber. Oh, here we go. Art Clay World. See that? Art Clay World USA. This one's called Serapi. I guess that's how you say that. And it reminded me of kind of like an Indian blanket design. And it's shallow. It's not that deep, but it makes really nice impressions. I got a few of them, but that's what, where the hell was it? I just had it in my hand. These, that's that. Made from that stamp. Right? So, let's see what we got here. Flip these over so you can see what I'm dealing with. I like that one. I like this one. And this one's kind of cool. These are kind of bold. They're good. Bold is good. A long skinny one. I like long skinny ones. All right, let's see what the heck we got here. Can I break this up with that longer skinny one? Ooh, that's really, maybe right there. It's a little wonky itself. Hey, did you guys see where my friend KP, Kristen Powers, who owns Rubber Moon and Moon in the Maker, she has her own line out now with eye stencils. And she has some really cool designs. You might want to check her out. Hopefully, I'll be having some new designs here in the next month or so. I'm so far behind on everything. I've never been this far behind on stuff in my life, I don't think. It's been a little crazy. Little crazy, gotta tell you. Oh, it's kind of crooked still. How the hell did that get that crooked? I don't know. Oh, but there's one right there like that. Ah! That would go there. That way. I think I'm going to put you right there, buddy. And I'll figure out the grout situation when I need to do it. I saw somebody say, how do I sign up and when? I'm not sure what they were referring to. If that needs an answer from me, let me know, guys, in all caps or something. Hey, Carrie Ann. And I'll try to do my best. I wasn't sure if somebody was talking about, oh, there goes my name. Oh, are you talking about July, Pet? That's the 26th to the 29th of July in Maryland. And if you want to go to the Queen's Ink the night before, we're going to do something there on the 25th, which is a Tuesday. I got a few slots left as of right now. There's a few people that have told me they're coming and they're going to send me their deposits. I don't have those yet, so I got to make it first come, first serve. I got a few spots left. Oh, cool, Pet. What is your real name? It's on my bucket list for this year. Oh, I hope you can join us. I do have a few slots left. Oh, guys, and it looks like I'm going to be able to keep the it looks like I'm going to be able to keep the amount at the $380 from last year and not go up on it. Did a little negotiation. I thought I was going to have to bump it to like 200, to 400, but we're good. Kate the Skate. Hey, how are you doing, girl? Hey, Carol. So, that would be great if you can join us. But send me a message on Facebook if you're on Facebook, and I'll give you what information I have so far. And once anybody pays their deposits, then I'll add them to our Facebook group. I try to keep that clean with just people that are alumni or that have signed up and paid to go this year, because they talk about different stuff in there that's, kind of private to the group and looking for roommates and different things. And I don't like to put that publicly. But no, not everybody needs to see that. Let's see. Somebody said something. Oh, Dorothy ordered a bunch of stamps and it's my fault? Really? I don't know if I was there pushing the keys and putting stuff in your shopping cart. Was that from Lost Coast, Dorothy? They got some really cool ones over there. They really do. It's broken. The website's broken down in a bunch of different categories, though, so it's kind of, if you see something, put it in your cart and go back and take it out, rather than lose track of. Once again, I'll pile these up. I can't see what the hell I'm doing. It's getting a little dirty. What the hell do I have all over it? Yeah, they got some really good ones. And I like them because they offer them where they're unmounted, or I think you can get cling, unmounted, or wood mount in any design, I think. So they're, 3 different prices, basically. Which is kind of nice to have that option. All right, I'm going to move this stuff that's not glued on and stand back here. Oh, that's glued on. All right, let's do this. Whoop, and that's not glued on. Hold on. I got to back up from this and see what I'm missing here. All right, Togo, Eiffel Tower. I I gotta get more soccer balls in there. They're kind of small, and you kind of lose those, and that's like a big important thing. It doesn't necessarily need to be in the middle. That's glued down. Okay. I've lost track there. Somebody getting together in Dallas somewhere? A bunch of people? That would be cool. That would be nice. Really nice. That one's crooked. What the hell? Ha ha ha. Hey, Jamie. All right, so let's see what we got going here. I got to brighten this up a little bit. It's getting a little... Put that one there. Am I out of frame again? Probably. That's glued down. That's not glued down. Looks a little crooked. What the hell? Eesh. Oh, yeah, I remember Jen talking about a long tour that she was doing. That's cool if you guys will be able to meet up somewhere. That would be really nice. She's not coming to Maryland, is she? That'd be great if she could come in July with us. Seems I was watching her and she had her planner out one time talking about the stops. It seems like they're mostly out to the middle and west part of the country. Oh, they're going to Toronto too. Nice. Cool. Oops, you almost fit in there, you little rascal. Let's see. Telling you, the old brain just kind of starts locking up on you here when you get to a certain point. I want to try some of these white. This is baked clay that's been stamped. And I'm going to see if this treasure gold, what that looks like with the white. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. But we'll see. Oh, she's going to Jersey too. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm wild about that or not. Maybe it's the design. Let me try a different design. This one. This one might be gooder. Let's see if this one's gooder. Come on. That might not be bad to throw a couple of those in there. Maybe. Kind of, sort of. Let's see what this one looks like. Not wild about that first one though. Maybe it's the design. It's too fine. This one's much thicker design. Hear the pipes running up there. I don't know if you guys can hear that water running in the background. Last time I heard that, we had a leak when I was sitting here, as you may recall. Let's see, can I trim this one up a little better? This might actually brighten it up a little bit. Let's see. Oops, same design. Ah. Two. I don't know if I like that or not. Let's try another. This one's one of those tribal-y designs. But it's more white than raised pieces. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, this one's not got much raised designs on it, so there's not a lot of red. Maybe that's good. Have more white. That might be a little something you can stick in there somewhere to brighten it up. Well, let's just keep going. Yeah, I have some glass tiles I might try to work in here. I actually forgot about them. I was going to pull them out earlier. I have these little glass sticks that I'm going to use for some grout, and these are glass tiles around the edge. I got to get up and walk away from this for a second. And I'm going to look at my glass tiles. Patty, you're missing your signature checker. I know. I know. I just had a couple that were made because when I made them, they were in the pile that burned. Oh, it's not a happy camper about that. There's some little black and white ones I can use. Maybe use that. This. All right, hang on. See you, Z. Thanks for popping in. All right, hang on a second. What time is it? What time is it? 2 o'clock. So I've been on for 2 hours already? Wow. Well, I might have to stay on a little bit longer, but hold on just a minute. I'm going to take a bio break. And I'll be right back. I'm going to rifle through my glass tiles. Chat amongst yourselves. Act like I'm still there. Morning. Okay. I'm back. The old bladder ain't what she used to be. Okay. Let's have a little peek at my glass tiles. I actually think I have some. Oh, sweet Lord, that's heavy. Or I'm weak, one or the other. Thought I had some like with a little bit of a reddish hue to them. That one might work. Oh, that one's got red on the back. It's kind of chipped a little bit. I'll have to look at that. And if there's one of those, there should be more of those. Here's kind of a smoky one. Maybe. Oh, where'd that go? I know it was right there. I dropped you. There you are. Oops. Lord. Lordy, lordy. What's this? I don't know. They're kind of not, they're not too pretty. I got some really pretty ones, but it wouldn't go with the color scheme. It's got this iridescence on them. Maybe I'll pop that in there anyway. Oop, no, that's blue. It's the wrong one. My fingers picked up the wrong one. See, I have these. Oh no, they're more root beer colors. These red ones are kind of colored. I don't like those so much. There's a red one, but it's just a round one. That'll cause me a grout issue. There's another one of those. All right, let me get it. Oh, Lordy. Put that out of my way. And then, oh, I'm looking here. Rifling through my stash. Oh, maybe some of those. All right, let's see what we got. Maybe some of those. And see if I can find the right one. Oh, some of those for sure. Thank you for reminding me, whoever that was. Those must go in there. I usually put those in every box I do. A lot of times I use the gold ones. There's another silver one. They come in a mixed jar of different ones. Most of these I don't use. I just want them for those, actually. But, come on. A lot of gold ones. Mama needs another silver one. I got another jar of these. I got just plain silver ones like that. They might be kind of cool. My friend has given me a box full of those mosaic tiles. Oh, fun. Some of these are stuff that I will never, ever use. I got these in a little jar at Hobby Lobby. Treehouse Studio is the brand. But they got a lot of stuff. Like, I'll never use that. Oh, crap. I'll never use that emerald green one. I probably would never use that plain purple. Any of the plain ones I probably won't ever use. Why wouldn't they just give me a jar of the ones that I like? No. Oh, there's one. Hello. That one's kind of cool. Not on this project, but it's got an iridescence to it where it changes colors. More in my wheelhouse. All right, let's get these out of the way. I'm going to have to strategically place some of those at this point because I'm not getting any down here, obviously. I don't like these red ones. I'm just going to get rid of those. They don't do anything. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that side won't. That one won't. That one doesn't have any iridescence on it. We'll play with them. All right. All right. Okay, let's get some of this off to the side. Those are down yet. I love these. These have to go in here somewhere. I might be able to do that. Too small. I gotta stand up and look at it. It's getting to the point where actually that's not bad. Now let's see what these kind of grayish. I'm looking at the smoky gray ones because of all the gray on here. That one's actually not the same color. And that one's not the same color as that. But see where you see the impression of the mold back there? I love the iridescence of it, but I don't like when you see that indentation in the glass like that. It looks like it's the back side of it. Where this one, well, it's still got some texture in it. That looks kind of olivey and it's not so good. So these have red on the back, and they have yeah, that's fine, Orla. I don't mind you sending them to me. I was just concerned when I said something before about your suitcase. If you realize how heavy some of them are, and I don't know how many more you're going to send if you've got the means to get them back home. Hey, Sarah. Glad you could make it. You know, I just didn't want you to get here and then have to pay even more to ship them back home because you didn't have enough of a bag to put them in. Mercy. And see, that one's kind of chipped. Oh, that's not good. Look at that. Can you see that? It's broken and a little sharp right there. And I have glass cutters, but I don't think I can cut that off square enough. Crapola. Okay, well, moving on from that piece. Do I want to bother with these? Again, I got to stand up and move back. I'm too close. And with the angle flat like that, I can't really. I might incorporate those. They don't look too bad. That one's chipped. I'm just going to throw that away. I'll never use that chipped. These are kind of cool, even though they're like all over the place with color. What can I put in there? That one fit? A little bit longer I can go. There we go. Maybe put you like that. Possibly. Yeah, they're fun to make, Sarah. When you get cranking on them, they're rather addictive. I got these plain silver ones. Might bring those in later. And these I can use. I can peel them off of this and use one off here and there. Actually, will one of these fit? No. Maybe right there. Yep, look at that. See how that one fits right in there? Now, of course, it's right next to that silver one, but I might do this. And, of course, that won't fit. That's a hair off, and I can't trim that. That figures, but that's okay. That's not bad. Maybe put you there. All right. More gluing and less talking, people. Well, I haven't been on much, to tell you the truth, Sarah. It's just my schedule has been so wackadoodle that I just haven't been able to stream anywhere near regular like I used to. Yesterday we had a christening for Chelsea's baby. Let's see if I can find you a picture real quick. Squirrel, off track again. What's going on here? Come on. Albums. There we go. Let's do it that way. That's Chelsea and her baby. Look at those cheeks. Where's that glare coming from? So cute. Let's see. There's one I wanted to show you. Here we go. 4 generations. This is my mom, my brother, his daughter Chelsea, and his grandson Owen. So it's 4 generations. Is that going to come in clear? Focus. Let's see if it'll pick up. There we go. Now it's in focus. There's Chelsea. My mom, she will be 89 in July. Got a little fuzzy. My brother. Right. So, let's see. I'm going to show you a little Pudge Ball with his outfit on. He's getting chubby. Look at him. Look at that outfit. He was all snazzy. Of course, as soon as she got into church and put him in that outfit, he pooped. So she had to take it off and change his diaper before the service. Little rascal. Hey, poop happens. What are you going to do? All right. Let's get to it. Oop, I got to rinse out my brush again. It's getting hard. Come on. I got big paint boogers on it this time for some reason. That must have been while I was not gluing and laying there. I'll have to see if I can get her to bring him over to our art room this summer. He can meet the ladies that have seen and heard all the planning and for the shower and worrying about him when Chelsea was having some issues with her pregnancy and the birth. Cute little fart. There's that. I was going to put the glass. No, the glass won't fit there, right? Just this one. Okay, we'll make this work. I'm going to go here until 3. Did Xandra say she's not streaming tonight? I don't want to put these all too close together. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they stopped making that silver powder. That was this Mona Lisa precious metal powder in platinum. And I'm telling you, this stuff is like butter. It's so ground. I don't know if you can see how it's laying in there or not. You can't even feel it when you touch it. It's so light and so finely ground. It goes on like butter. She's not streaming. Maybe I'll come back on later when I get the stew done and work on this again. I got to get this thing done. So if I'm down here working, I might just throw the camera on later, but I won't know that until it happens. I want these more tribal looking ones than that. That's crooked. What the hell? I must be looking at this cross-eyed or something when I'm putting them on there, I'm telling you. Alright, let's see where I'm going to put you. What happens if I put you there? And what happens if I put you over here? You're too big. You're much too big. I don't know if I like that right there together. Am I out of the frame? Let me see this whole window to see where my frame is because this is awkward. Awkward. I know I got a little bit. I can come down. Alright, that's a little bit better. You should stop, make checker tiles in your stew, and come back later. Yeah, I might have myself worked into a corner here with the checkers that I might not be able to get that many in here, even if I make more, you know. Oh, I must have missed a question about my YouTube channel. Yep, it's the channel name is my full name, Patti Tolley Parrish, if that was what somebody was asking about. That should be black in there, not silver. What do I have? There we go. That's a little wonky. Maybe there is a gremlin in my oven making these curve up a little bit while they're cooking. I'm telling you. Debbie said would stream. I think Debbie said she would stream later today. Say the time. Wonder if Apollo could get the tiles from a flooring place. I don't know if you'd find them small enough at a flooring place, Orla. These would be more something that somebody would put on a wall. It's sold on these little sheets in this size. But I get these from, well, I don't know where I got these exactly. But some of them, like these little black and white ones around here, I get those at Maryland Mosaics. They have an online website. Ooh, that reminds me. Let me grab a couple of those solid black ones, the larger ones. I ordered some of the wrong ones, of course. So these are bigger than I wanted. Thanks, Deb. I don't know if I'm going to have time to or not. I'll try to tweet it out. And are you on my Twitter feed? I hardly ever use Twitter. But when I know that I can, I'll tweet everybody. So these are kind of stark black. Not sure I like these. I'm just not sure I like those. Running out of room. The glass sticks I got at this little mosaic shop over in the Eastern Shore across our Bay Bridge. They don't have a website or anything now. Unfortunately. Trying to remember the name. Oh, those are stuck together. That's no good. Trying to remember the name of it. That's no good. That enamel's not on right. What the heck? Yeah, Maryland Mosaics. That's where I got these and these square ones I'm laying around here now. I do believe I have myself worked into a corner. Not sure about you. I'm not sure about you. What's Dorothy asking about, Joan? Ay. Where am I here? All right, let me get some favorites out here again. Let's try. Filling in some of these gaps. Oops. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Maybe I will put that there. Patty, that one tile looks almost yellow, right side half up. This one? This one with the iridescent on there? Is that the one you guys are talking about? I'm going to wait a minute and let the chat catch up so I can answer the question if it's... You're asking where I got that? You know what? I think I got it at the Queen's Ink, where she bought a big batch of stuff and put it in smaller bags to sell. And I think I got a pack of like 6 or 8 of those for a couple bucks over there, but I don't think she has them anymore. But you know what? Like Maryland Mosaics and online mosaic places, and I bet you could even find them on Etsy if that's what you guys are looking for. Yeah. Yeah, it had, there's different colors that are available. Um, but yeah, they're pretty cool, and they really make a nice pop uh, on the pieces when you put them in there. I think I'm going to glue this stuff down over here. I'm going to commit in a minute. In a minute, don't rush me. Let me get a couple more black. It seems like I need more pop. Need more pop of something. That's a nice one. Will you fit in there nicely, mister? Cut a little bit of you off, maybe. And that'll go in there pretty good. And then maybe put some of you guys over here. Like that, perhaps. Now I know Queen's Ink carries primary elements. But Dorothy, if these are what you're looking for, it'd be expensive to ship because they're so dang heavy. I mean, if I find them, I can let you know. If you want me to ship them to you, can PayPal me the money, but it might be a little pricey, honestly. Oop, get up there. That might not be bad. All right. Let's start making a little bit of a commitment here, shall we? Pull these out. The glue's going to be hardened up by the time I go to use it. Keep farting around here. Oop. See, you're not glued down either. You know, it's time to stop when you start holding a conversation with the tiles. Just saying. Yeah, Patty's got a website now for the Queen's Ink. Thanks for putting that up there, Jen. Now, whether or not she is shipping internationally at this time, I don't know that answer. I do not know that answer, but I'm sure you could find out going to the website. Oh, hell, that's not in either. Good night, Nelly. None of that stuff's in. What am I doing? All right, I'm going to commit. Here goes this glass one. Ooh, there's a big old booger on there. Oh, you talk to your tiles too. I'm glad I'm not alone. Jeez Louise. This is not glued down. I got them all staged here, but I'm making a commitment. Sticking them down. What type of glue? Hey, Billy. It's Well Bond. Well Bond adhesive. Well Bond Universal adhesive. You can get that just about anywhere. Michael sells these little tubes. Get it on Amazon, hardware stores. It's pretty readily available. All right. I'm going to forget where these went here in a minute, but I'm going to try to get some of these down while I'm in my little noggin. Where they go, where they're intended to go. Oh, get that one down there. That's down, right? What's down? What's not down? Well, let me do this over here. See that? Getting waylaid here. Too much going on. Now that I finally made a decision. I think I had that up there. And then I think I had this. Need more glue. Oh. Where did that go? That went in this way, right? I think. That's where it's going now. I think I had 3 little white ones right there to go against that black and silver. I do believe. 1, 2. That's too much glue. 3. That's pretty good. Get those out of the way. What did I have in there? Was that this one? It is now. It is now. Stick around here too long, you're going to get glued in place. I know, Denise. It's easy to do that when you get in there shopping. They got so much cool stuff. You should call me or text me or something next time you're coming down this way. I can meet you over there and grab some lunch or something. Well, I'm less than 15 minutes away from Patty's store. Yep, that's a must stop if you make it this far. Gotta stop at the Queen. All right, let's get some of this. Good night. Will I ever get that back together again? I do not know. Let's just move this a little bit and try to piece this back in here. See, I probably should stage this on a piece of paper, the same lid as my project, but I just do not have the patience to do that. I like to kind of random, fly by the seat of your pants kind of precision moves. There's that. I think I had the silver one in there next. Get in there. Get in there. And will these fit in there? Hell no. Okay. It's alright. Don't anybody panic. We can always go back and fill those in with micro beads and some glossy accents. Yeah, for sure, Denise. Patty, what are the black and white tiles called? I couldn't find them on the Maryland Mosaic site. Hang on. I think they have a label on them, Gail. Let me look for you. These that I'm using. These are called 3/8 inch, and the number's 2696. But these are this kind, right? They kind of got the cement looking stuff underneath and are just glazed on the top. So these I think are ceramic. These other ones These are the ones I put on the border. And these are glass. Marshmallow and Raven are the colors. There you go. Marshmallow standard, quarter pound, number 2433. They're $3.25. I think these are a quarter pound. Yeah, quarter pound. And here's the Raven, the black ones. They're 2503 is the number. Here we go. Those are the ones I use on the border. Hey, Finch. Thanks for joining us. You got kicked off, Dorothy. What'd you do to piss off Ustream? Huh? Thought I had that there, but that doesn't look just right, does it? Not sure I like that. Not sure I like it. This one was on top of this dude's head, I think. Let's just get that over with. Commit. No, these are separate. That's why I didn't do this on screen, because to watch me have to set each one of those in a border, that's painful. These are in little sheets. These are that ceramic material, and then they're glazed on the top, I guess, with some kind of, I don't know. It's very silver. It's almost like a mirror. I think I might have got these on Etsy, to tell you the truth. I have some gold ones. Excuse me. All right, let's see what we got here. These I think I was going to put in a row down here a little bit, next to that white and silver. Do I want to bring them down further? Ooh, or do I want to make them black and white? Hello. Actually, I'm going to do that somewhere else, but I think right here I want black. I think that's pretty dark, and I like that next to those. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what I'm going to do while I got this glue wet right here? I think I'm going to come down here with a white and a black. I'll do that over here. See how that looks. And this glue, as strong as this glue is, if you get it on these tiles, if you just lick your finger later and wipe them, they'll come right off. Not that I'm encouraging you to eat glue. I'm just saying it works. It's on you which decisions you make about doing that. Licking your finger. I will not be responsible, because somebody's going to eat the glue. I'm going to say, Patty, I had a little problem when I ate that glue. Where the hell did I put this black? Alright, that's not bad. What would that look like right there? What would you look like right there, mister? I don't know. I gotta come down here some. What's going on up here? What's happening? What's going on? That's a nice square one. Too small. Too big. put underneath you. Sienna. Oh, that's not glued down either. All right. Oh, I like this one. With a little bit longer, that would be lovely. But it's not. Yep, you're even shorter. How about you? You're too long. Crap. It's kind of a cool one, though. I'm going to put you right there, buddy. There you go. You made it to the big time. It's where you will live forever. Right there. Oh, that's the same as that. I don't want to put that there. That might end up going there, but it's crooked. Shocker. What the hell? I'm not sure. That's more better. Let's put you right there. My little friend, 2:51. Okay, I just got a few minutes before my recording's going to get cut off. So I'm going to finish this up for now. And I'll tweet if I end up coming back on later. Somehow I got to get some laundry done one of these days. And I got to make that pot of stew. That takes a good while because I think Dave got me like 5 pounds of beef cubes when he went to Costco so I can make a gigantic batch. So Mom will have some to freeze and he'll have some. And everybody's stew happy. Drop those, that stark black right there. Oh, I wonder if something will go up. Will they fit right there? Oh, yes you will. Come here to Mama. Let me stick you in there while I'm thinking about it. Oh, you're not glued down either. Holy crap, none of this is. Oh, for Pete's sakes. All right, let me try to hurry up and get this down. All right, here we go. The glass in there. Put the Sienna. Oh, I need another Sienna logo somewhere for sure. Oh, hello. Sticking to the glue boogers on my fingers. All right, let's get you up here. Oh, telling you, now I'm trying to hurry. I'm going to be like all thumbs. There's that one. Let's get the stripy pants one on there. And then I think this is going to fit in there, right? Are you still going to fit? Yes, ma'am. Put 2 of them in there. To line up with the bottom of that one. Get that black in there. Now we're on a roll. All I gotta do is say I gotta quit, and then it's all coming together. Oop. I'm going to have to find my other jar of Well Bond too. Those eyes are running low. Maybe some of these shiny silver ones somewhere. Not bad. Alright, one more squidge for a few more minutes. 6 minutes to be exact. Not that I'm counting. Yep. What was I going to do with that? What was I gluing? Glue, 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 glue. I think that was going to go. Was it going to go up there? That close to that one? You are now. I'm telling you, hold conversations with the tiles. As long as they don't start talking back, I think we're alright. Thanks for joining, Sarah. See ya. Have a good snuggle. This is a little awkward down here. I think I'm going to take, where are those black ones? White. Oh, there we go. Get a few more of those out. Bye, Patty. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you got to join us too. That almost would fit in there, but almost ain't good enough. That's 2. See, that's what I originally had staged in there, but now it won't fit. Throw that one back. Throw it back in the pile. A little too skinny. A little too plain. Don't want to get plain. Is it that same one? Keeps jumping back at me. Look at 2 almost fit in there, but not. One of these fit there? No. Crap. Crappity crap crap. Will something go in there? I could put one in there. Maybe I'll put a silver one in there. Okay, 3 minutes. Oh, I got some more glue though. I hate to lose that glue. I'm going to glue this one right here. Pressure, pressure. Come back and look at this in a few hours with a fresh eye. Go have a bite for lunch. Start stewing it up. These aren't committed yet. Take those off. What else is wiggly? Anything? Nope, it's all glued down. Okay, here's where we're going to end up for now. I got some gaps down there I gotta wrestle with when I get back to it. I like the little black and white glass ones in this little row right here. Kind of takes up for my missing checkerboards. Right, so that's where we are. And maybe I'll see you guys back here later tonight. Maybe I won't, but either way, I'm probably going to be back down here working on it. So it was great to be back on with you guys again. I miss being here doing my stuff, but you know, sometimes you just can't do that. Hey, Lime, thanks. Yeah, that's a good idea, Joan. Jean, I could ask some of the other people at work about any kind of keepsakey things. I have a few pictures I could put in there. I'll have to bring down the paper when I come down later. Maybe this won't take too long, and I can start painting the box and see how that's going to work. So, anywho, thanks, Denise. Thanks, everybody. Okay, Orla, that sounds like a good deal. Thanks, CB. Cindy Lou, too. Hello, dear. Thanks for joining. Kim, all right, guys. Time to make the stew. Talk to you soon.